What is up, my leggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another episode review for Chucky. Today we're going to be reviewing Season 2, Episode 5. I almost said 2. So, before we get into anything else, let's read this episode's synopsis. Devin worries that good Chucky can't be trusted. Tiffany spirals from the surprise party. It's the one they got on the description they got on Rotten Tomatoes, but I'll go into more detail, obviously. So this is definitely a better episode than last week's episode. The last episode I was not a fan of, really. Besides like maybe one or two things here and there. This episode was definitely a step up. Even with the Tiffany stuff, it was even better in this episode than it was in the last episode. I think having that whole weird homage to like old murder mystery movies was a really weird decision for the last episode. This episode actually is done pretty well, decently, in my opinion. So what's going on in the episode? This episode, I will say one thing that I did love at the start of the episode. The fact that good Chucky is still around. I am so glad good Chucky is still around. I really liked good Chucky. And learning a little bit, I guess the little more of the little drops of Chucky's plan, which I'm still not sure what it is interesting, and it's leaving me asking a lot of questions with this episode. For the most part, I don't even think we got one kill this episode, and it was a pretty basic one. Technically, one kill this episode. And it was not the best kill. Stuff that we get to see with Glenn and Tiffany in this episode. We get the reveal that Jennifer Tilly actually isn't dead. She's in the doll from Bride of Chucky still, which is not Bride of Chucky. From the end of Seed of Chucky, she's still in that doll, which is a complete surprise. I thought everyone, including myself, just assumed that Jennifer Tilly was no more. And also, we get the return. There's nothing being put in it, but there's the Glenn doll. The Glenn doll from the original movie is makes a return. So that's interesting. You get a little more. I think we finally have dropped the whole Lexi addiction plot line. Like she's done with that. I hope that, because obviously I get it needs to be represented for some people, because people I get we see that stuff in other stuff all the time, and it's good to for them to put that aside. I hope it's done for now, because I know there's only 3 episodes left. But Jake and the little relationship, friendship or whatever he's building with Chucky is definitely enjoyable to watch, because I do like good Chucky, and I'm glad he's still around, and I hope it doesn't get revealed that it's some act. I really hope that doesn't happen. I'm going to be really upset if that happens. It's going to be oh, it was an act. And then we get to the end of the episode where Chucky we led to this house out in the woods. Now, apparently the therapist lady has been a part of this the whole time, or for a good percent of the time. We get to see Andy's alive. I told you guys Andy wasn't dead. I knew they weren't going to kill Alex Vincent's Andy off already. I knew they weren't going to do that. And I'm not really sure where they're going with this going forward. There are a few things in the episode I'm not the biggest fan of. But the show obviously is picking back up in steam. I think because like the last episode was just really weak. This episode knows what people are here for, and I think they kind of learned, like, the last episode wasn't good. I'm sorry, the last episode was not good, because I really just did not enjoy that episode. This one, though, is a much better episode than what we've gotten recently, and it's a lot more fun. It's got some, there's not really any good kills in him. We get this fight at the start between Buff Chucky and Good Chucky, which is a lot of fun. I ain't gonna lie, that's a lot of fun there. Overall, I'd probably go ahead and give this episode a solid 3.5 out of 5. I feel that's a good place for this one. It's not the best episode. I still think the first episode is probably the best episode, or the episode before last. I don't know. Episodes are kind of, I don't know. But the episodes are trying to pick back up in steam. I am enjoying them. I think this episode is definitely a better one than last week's, because I really did not like last week's episode. I'm really curious where the movie's going. I'm really curious. The show's going. Not certain where the show is going, but I am interested to see where it's going. But that's all I really have to say for this review. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode review, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!